Hey, there's Taurus Sun, Taurus Moon, Taurus Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. Don't mind me. I'm having a little technical difficulty here. So I use this channel to work with the energy of the moon. And so even though we have a lot of major, huge, big planetary actions happening this year, I am going to try to focus on what it is that you need to do to help move your life forward in the most positive way possible by keeping it as close to the moon aspects as we can. This week it's kind of hard to miss some of what's going on, so we're going to kind of get into that a little bit. I do want to encourage you to check out your sun, your moon, your rising to get a more complete picture of what is going on in your life. This is a huge transitional year. This spectacular lineup of planets and what they're doing right now in Capricorn are going to set the tone for the year. It is about tearing down structures to build a nice solid foundation for the next step, because on the 21st of December, we're going to have Jupiter and Saturn come into conjunction on December 21st, which is the solstice energy, as we move actually all the way into the age of Aquarius. We've been on the shoulder now since about 2012. But things are really changing. So this is the year of closing doors to open new ones, actually more like renovating our houses, right? Like tearing down some walls to build what we want in the structure ahead. And so for you, the overall energy for this next 2 weeks, because I'm going to cover right now, is January 6th through the 19th of January. You have reflection. You have reflection. You have energy balance. And you have the Tree of Life, which is about putting down your roots and stretching out in a very soul-oriented way to where it is you want to go. When I was in your energy before I turned on the camera, what I saw was you climbing up it was a hill though, but it was grassy and the sun was shining and everything, but you still can't see where you're going. I think when you get to the top, you'll get a better lay of the land. You're not there yet. So a little time to reflect on where it is that you want to go, what you want to build for yourself becomes really important this week or over the course of the next 2 weeks. This is really like the energy, I feel like, the energy, the push that you get from this eclipse that's happening on, depends on where you are, but I've been saying the 11th. Looks like mostly it's on the 10th, and so I stand corrected as usual. That happens a lot. Okay, so let's just quickly run through the energies for the week, and then we'll get into a 9-card spread. I'm going to be doing just 2 videos per month from now on because I need time to work on my website and my other aspects of my business, and I'm getting really busy and it's nice, so I appreciate it. Be sure to hit that thumbs up to help leave a comment so that we can connect our energies. It also helps to move my videos up into the analytics, which allows these messages to help other people. The idea here is for me to get the messages out from Spirit to help you on your journey. So help everyone else out by just hitting that thumbs up. So Monday, the 6th of January, the caution is to be careful that you don't push too hard. You might lose some of the ground that you've gained, and so, slow and steady. And in fact, this year is going to be a year of needing to be patient. Fortunately, Taurus, for you, that's your superpower, so you'll be okay with that. On Thursday, you should have a lot of clarity of vision, and that might be when you get over to the top of that little hillside and you can start to see what is below. I think that you need to get there first. And then on Friday, we have that big event, that January 10th into the 11th, that eclipse energy. We also have Aquarius going direct, which is really important for you because it's in Taurus. We've got Mercury conjuncting the sun, and so, people are going to be speaking words. Hopefully they're kind. And then we follow the next day with that huge event, the exact conjunction, but the energy is already with us of that Saturn and Pluto conjunction. But at this point, we start moving past the transformation into the rebuilding of the structures. And so you may not notice things like falling apart on that day. It's not that specific. But you will notice over time, not too far in the distant future, things are going to be shifting and changing. And so restructuring, laying a solid foundation to help you get through. Okay, yeah. All right, so your overall energy for the next 2 weeks, you have this Two of Swords, which is standing there in indecision. I think it's because you don't have the clarity yet with which to see where it is you're going, because you're still climbing up. It's only a hill, though. It wasn't a mountain, and that's the good news. It was a pretty rolling hill. What's happening this week totally sets the tone for the whole year, so taking time to make your decision doesn't surprise me. I think you're going to find that the energy on the 13th is also a little rough. I think it shines a lot of light because the sun comes in conjunction with those big planets, and so I think it shines a light on what the obstacles are. It makes it a little easier. But Pisces and Venus in conjunction, or sextile actually, is it's a much kinder, gentler, so you'll feel better about it. But I think you'll see things more. Clarity starts to come in, and you start thinking about this next week coming up, the 13th through the 19th. There's a lot about, here's my clarity of vision, here's what I'm dreaming, how can I make it a reality kind of energy going with it. The 15th, which is Wednesday, a lot of opportunity to get stuff done, but the energy is tough, and so it might be a good day to put your head down, block out the people around you, and focus on your work and just get it done. There's an energy on Friday, the 17th into the 18th, which is kind of a healing energy, but you need to pay attention to the details of your dreams, your thoughts. Be willing, carry around a notepad that day to jot down stuff. When you wake up, what did you dream about? What are these thoughts? Because they're going to be fleeting and fast, but they're going to be full of information about what it is that you are trying to create in your life and where it is that you want to go and the direction that you want to move into, because when that moon moves into Sagittarius on Sunday, there's going to be a lot about where do I want to go energy. And we do have the nodes of the moon eventually in just a couple months moving into Sagittarius and Gemini. And so grabbing that information while you can so that you can utilize it becomes very helpful. All right, this is a big week for you. Big couple of weeks, I should say. Big couple of weeks. I'm just going to be doing the mid-months and the monthlies. Okay, so here we go. You have this energy of walking away. We have the Eight of Cups. The Eight of Cups is walking away from a situation that is no longer emotionally satisfying. It has outlived its purpose. Often with the Eight of Cups, I find, there's that Seven of Cups that comes before that. There was that need to make some choices. Maybe you chose something that didn't work. Or maybe you were hesitating to move forward because you didn't want to pick something again, didn't work. But I think when the Eight of Cups shows up, even though we have this, so this is the key to this situation, and the overall energy is this Two of Swords. And so I feel like taking this time to self-reflect, to balance your energies, to plant your roots and figure out where it is you're reaching for becomes really important, because it is a time, this energy of this eclipse is going to encourage you to walk away from what's not working for you. And I think that it becomes really complicated because you're still caught here with I don't think I have enough information is the feeling. Like, I know I need to do something. I know this isn't working, but I'm not sure which direction I'm heading in. And sometimes with the Eight of Cups, it's like, okay, I'm not exactly sure where I'm going. I'm just going. And so you may not have enough information, but you may need to set out on that journey anyway. So in the recent past, okay, you've been struggling with the decision about what to end. It's the World card. I'm so sorry about the light, but it really is better for me to do these during the day. Okay, so the World card. The World card is the end of a major cycle. And so I think this ending is coming. I think the indecision is about how to do it. Where to go next, when to do it. So self-reflection becomes really important. And I think during self-reflection, it becomes important to understand and recognize the part where, how do I put this? Be willing to accept that people come into your lives to teach you lessons, things you need to know. People reflect back to us what we give out to them. And so oftentimes what we don't like about people or situations is because it's something we're trying to learn and work out within ourselves. And so blaming other people is not helpful at this point. At this point, it comes down to accepting responsibility, learning the lessons. Saturn and Pluto is all about learning the lessons. When they're in conjunction, they're like, what have you learned? What boundaries can you break to move forward? What was the hard lesson? And it's always a hard lesson whenever Saturn's involved, right? And so with Saturn, with this deep transformation energy of Pluto, it's a big deal. This ending was not easy. So look at this. The transformation comes about. The key to the transformation situation is the King of Pentacles. It's you. So when I see this, I almost feel like even though this energy here is sitting here with all of this power and this shaking up, and we do have Uranus getting ready to go direct, and I think Uranus is like, okay, no, come on. You've got to shake things up. It almost feels like the hardest part here is the King of Pentacles represents Taurus, and Taurus does not like to move. When I'm good and ready, not until then, not till I have enough information, not till I'm sure of where exactly it is I'm going. I'm not going to just rush headlong into any one direction or the other. I don't know that you can hold back the forces that long. Oh, here you go. You are going to take your sweet time. Over the next 2 weeks, you have the Seven of Cups showing up. And so, again, this is 2-week energy, so it's not like the year. It's the 2-week energy. Be sure to check out your yearly video if you haven't seen it already. I will put the link below. Yeah, okay, you are caught in indecision and self-reflection. And when I see the reflection here and these Seven of Cups all reflecting up to you while you're choosing, I think nothing's happening fast here. In the recent past, you have the Six of Cups. So this is soulmate energy. It could very well be that you're in this situation with a soulmate, which makes it really hard. But soulmates come in multiple varieties. They're the ones that come in to help us on our path through being beneficial and informative and fun and, a great connection. And there are also the soulmates that come in because you guys agreed to teach each other the hard lessons, and this feels like you're stuck in that hard lesson thing. Okay, so in the heart center, you have the Page of Pentacles. And the Page of Pentacles says, what is of value? See, he's got the book. He is trying to discern in his heart what is of value. And so this is you looking at what's important, what is valuable to you, and in what direction do you want to go. And again, with the book of research here and researching the ending, I think you're just still trying to sort it out, figure out you have options. The good news about the Seven of Cups being up in the area of abundance is that you have options. The bad news about the Seven of Cups being up in the area of abundance is that you have a lot of options. Which is why I think you're sitting here. I think you have multiple directions in which you can go, which makes this hard because you want to analyze every detail. In the recent past, your problem has been your issue, your mountain, your obstacle. Oh my gosh, the lighting. Here we go. The Queen of Cups. Now, the Queen of Cups is using your intuition. It could be a water sign person in your life, but honestly, when I'm looking at all this, this feels like your intuition. You're blocking your intuition. You're trying to use your mind in analyzing. And in matters of the heart, you should follow the heart. If this is business, then after you've done all the analyzing and the details of these are my different options, which one feels right? Which one are you more curious about? Which one is interesting to you? So don't completely cut down on your Queen of Cups here. And when I see the Eight of Cups as the key, this is definitely following your intuition to move away from a situation that is not working. And the outcome, we have the not the outcome, but this is thoughts, feelings, actions, past, present, future. And in the current situation, you are Nine of Swords, ain't it? This is I can't make up my mind. I'm up all night trying to decide which way to go. They got the swords laying there, all this over-analyzing of the options and the opportunities. Oh, Taurus. You finish pretty much where you start. We've got the Four of Cups clarifying the Page of Wands. And when I see that, I feel as though there is a message that you need to deliver to someone, but you're not doing it. Four of Cups is, I'm just sitting here unhappy and miserable. And I could be starting this new opportunity that's exciting. I need to need to take this job. I need to move in this direction. I need to I don't know, talk to this person, whatever it is. And you're just sitting here in some really difficult energy of looking at all the things that went wrong instead of being willing to move forward. Wow. Some tough stuff going on there. That is some tough stuff there, Taurus. The good news is you're climbing a hill, not a mountain. I think the information will come to you, so take this time to reflect. But don't slide too much into this Four of Cups, this negative energy of, oh, the world is against me. And when I see this wolf here in this reflection, he looks pretty miserable too. So, you know, okay. In the area of thoughts. All right. So, in the area of thoughts, you have thoughtfulness. We're going to go ahead and read that one. We have serenity, and you have peace. And so obviously, what can you do to direct your thoughts in a direction that helps bring around the serenity and the peace that you so desperately need? Because when I see this Nine of Swords energy, that is sleepless nights, that is worrying all the time. That is, you've got a lot going on and just really hard energy to manage. Because if you're not getting enough rest, and with this reflection, this looks like you're awake in the middle of the night, reflecting on what's going on in your life, thinking about it. It seems like a lot of sleepless nights, which makes it hard to have the clarity of thought. And I think that it's going to be a good thing for you on Tuesday the 9th when some of that clarity starts coming in. So thoughtfulness should be an easy thing to accomplish as we spend most of our waking hours thinking about things. And yes, many thoughts fly through our minds, unbidden and unnoticed. And I want to remind you again that toward the end of the second week, so the 17th, 18th, 19th, that you are keeping really good track, writing down any thoughts that go through your head as fast as you can, because information's coming to you, but it's going to be hard to hang on to, and that's what it says here too, right? They fly through our minds and unbidden and unnoticed. And this card challenges you to pay more attention to the thoughts in your head. Be mindful of how you think about yourself and others. Pay close attention to the language you use in your self-talk. So when that language gets really tough, what day was that? When that language gets really tough, around the 10th, so this Friday coming up. When that language gets really tough, that could be language you're using on yourself. So remember to speak kindly about yourself. Be caring and loving towards yourself. And understand you were just learning things. And oh, what? You didn't get everything right the first time? Well, welcome to being human. That's what we're supposed to do, is learn and grow. If we got it right all the time, why would we need to be here? So you came here to learn things. The fact that you don't get everything right the first time just means you're doing what you came here to do, and that's good stuff, okay? Even though it doesn't feel like it in the moment. So don't demand perfection of yourself. Don't demand perfection of others. All right. Being aware of what's going on in your head is the first step to discovering who you are. It also helps you assess the way you handle yourself, your thoughts about people and situations. Choose your thoughts carefully and mold them into a more positive dialogue with yourself. A positive dialogue with yourself. Start taking note of all the things that you are proud of, the things that you're glad you did. It's a good time to do some reflection on the good stuff that has happened. You know, what have you learned? What was good? What did you do right? And start recognizing that you're building a resume of really strong, great characteristics. And this is an opportunity this year to tear down the structures of the old by leaving them behind, by walking away and building on the strengths that you have already. So what do you already have that's good? And build on that. And don't worry about what's happened in the past. This is literally a year where we leave the past in the past. In so many ways, literally the whole universe. This is a time frame of ending an age and starting new. We literally are leaving the karmic past in the past. We are leaving it all behind us. So don't drag it into the future and weigh yourself down. And so here you go. Full moon in Capricorn, the The end of a tough cycle approaches. The next full moon in Capricorn is in June, but this is the energy of this moon right now. So even though it's a full moon in Cancer, there are both in the nodes, and the south node of Capricorn is about the releasing, the letting go, what doesn't work. And Saturn rules Capricorn, and we've got this eclipse energy happening on top of that conjunction with Pluto. And so the end of a tough cycle approaches. You're at nearing the top of that last little hill. It is not a mountain. And a new romantic cycle begins. So what is of value to you coming up? And a new romantic cycle doesn't mean a new partner necessarily. It might be the part where you stop beating yourself up and allowing yourself to enjoy the relationship, where you stop thinking everything has to be perfect and you can relax into that energy. The self-reflection is important. So take the next couple of weeks and really spend some time on it, but you have a new balance, because as Libra, a new balance relationship cycle opportunity coming for you. Let's get a little bit of guidance on some direction here, and then we will get a crystal card for the next 2 weeks. You have the voyage of the heart. Love flows through you and to you. Love flows through you and to you. The voyage of the heart. You know, this is Spirit saying, hey, we love you. Love yourself. Love flows through you and to you. So by allowing yourself to love others unconditionally and loving yourself unconditionally, you find a new romantic cycle that works for you. It could be with a current partner. It could be someone around the corner. But this feels like self-love becomes really important. And so you're looking for peace and serenity. So keep your thoughts in the arena of peace and serenity. Keeping your thoughts in the arena of peace and serenity will help bring it into you. Okay. All right. I'm going to have to fix that camera because I hate it when it cuts off my head. So sorry. It just really bugs me. I can't stand it. Off with her head. Okay. And you have formulated quartz. I am mindful of the energetic connections between myself and others. I automatically remove unhealthy cords of attachment. Ooh, super important. Restore harmony and peace on all levels. Deflect unwanted or unhealthy vibrations. So mind your thoughts. When you start having those negative thoughts, deflect them. Push them away and focus on the good stuff, right? Break unhealthy energetic cords and uncover unconscious beliefs and patterns. This is about you doing the self-reflecting on what you need to do in order to balance your chakras. You know, Reiki healing would be a really good thing for you. I will put in the description box below Nancy. She does my Reiki healing for me. She's awesome and she's really affordable. 2 great things. Okay, and then we have the Tree of Life. Remember, this is about planting your roots and reaching out and finding your soul. And so tourmalated quartz is all about this very grounded energy. And then we have garnet, which is, by the way, the stone for Capricorns. And it says, I stay focused on task at hand and accomplish my goals and creativity with determination. Stop procrastinating. Increase self-motivation. Maintain focus, determination, and success. Stay grounded and focused. Walk the path to creative success. And so there's that balance, right? The balancing of your chakras. Don't, yes, I know you don't escape so fully into your work that you don't handle the personal. And don't allow the personal to get in the way of you handling your work, right, Taurus? You're pretty good about not letting personal get in the way of work, but don't let work get in the way of personal either. All right, that looks like a lot of thoughts that need to be managed toward the positive for you over the next 2 weeks. So good luck with all that. I will see you in a couple of weeks. You take care of yourselves. It's just a hill. It's not a mountain.